All-time high, just because of my body, my mind, the way I go out and approach the game, and then, just the grace of God giving me the ability to do this. So, I'm blessed, and I never take it for granted.
All right, Cece, here's a question I could have asked you today or any day over the last 15 years of NBA seasons. How impressed were you by LeBron's performance last night?
Not only his performance, but his ability to be able to play at this level. And, where is he right now as a player? You can see in last night's game is there's no spot on the court, absent a little bit of the free throw line, that he's not comfortable. So he can go to anywhere. He can shoot from the corner. He can shoot the diagonal three. That's one of his favorite threes. The top of the key, we know that. We know what he does in the lane, his ability to be able to draw fouls, but the variance of shots that he can shoot, one-legged, bank shots, and his ability to be able to pass the ball, I understand what he's saying, because the first thing he said in the interview as far as his body. Man, when your body at this age, because I believe this is at his prime, he will never be better in this window. From, say, 29 to like 34, that's prime time real estate for any elite athlete. If you go back to athletes in track and field, if you look at the 100 meters, guys run faster when they're getting to their late 20s or early 30s. Look at guys in the NFL. Tom Brady, he's 40. But look at where he was in his late 30s or mid-30s. So I expect LeBron James to continue this, but his body, his overall conditioning, he's also gotten into sync where he knows what he needs to do. He knows the right amount of cardio. There was a point in his career, I know when I was in Miami, a season ticket holder, he struggled with cramping. So those things have been alleviated through dieting, but it's trying to find, and Jenna, you'll understand this, you do a lot of working out. But when you get in that sweet spot as an athlete, as far as what I'm doing from a weight training standpoint, what level I'm able to maintain. And I think that's where LeBron is now. He hasn't missed a game this season.
Has not missed a game.
Honestly.
And that speaks to, with all the chaos that's going on in Cleveland since game number 1, man, there have been plenty of nights. You just wake up and just like, I just don't got it. I'm going to take some time off. He hadn't done that. I believe he's trying to send a message. And last night was just kind of the stamp, just to let you know, this is LeBron James. This is who I am. And this is what I like. Because last night he was closer to the players that I believe offensively, like Kobe. He was closer to Jordan with better efficiency. We went to watch him at the Knicks. I was so mad at him at the Knicks game because I know he's got this. Like, I know he's got this in his arsenal. And when he decides to utilize it, which last night they needed for lack of scoring, I love it. I mean, last night you could see why LeBron James is so special, and you could see how he can do so many different things, why he's the best player in the world.
Well, and last night's game ended perfectly. LeBron hadn't scored in the fourth quarter. The Nuggets had closed it 4 separate times. The Nuggets make it a one-possession game under 2 minutes. How does LeBron respond? It's 104-102 Cavs. LeBron gets an and one bucket. Okay, it's 106-104 Cavs. LeBron hits a three. And then
the thing about the three, too, Jenna, is they were in the pick and roll on the diagonal. They decide to go underneath LeBron. At that time, they're only up 2 points. It's really a bad shot if you shoot the three then, or it's a dagger. They decide to go under the pick and roll. So for him to have that type of confidence in his three-pointer, that to me, it speaks also volumes, not to cut you off.
No, you're fine. And I mean, he's shooting, the reason he has that confidence is since February 1st, he's shooting 45%. Up until January 1st, he was shooting 42%. In January, he shot 20% from three. But you remove that month, this is the best three-point shooting year of his career. But those 2 shots that I didn't get to yet, the one-legged floater from 14 feet to put him up 5, and with 40 seconds left. And then it was as if he said, okay, I'm going to do the exact same shot, but a higher degree of difficulty with more on the line. Now there's 12 seconds left. I'm going to extend it from 14 feet to 18 feet. Land in the front row to ice the basketball game. The one knock on LeBron James that has followed him around his career erroneously and insanely is the idea that this guy is not great down the stretch. As if we didn't see him hit a jump shot to win a Game 7 of the finals. As if we didn't see him block a shot and then hit some free throws to seal a different Game 7 of the finals. But this year, Nobody has been more clutch than LeBron James. No one has scored more clutch points than LeBron James. No one has taken more clutch shots than LeBron James. No one has scored more fourth-quarter points than LeBron James. And they needed every last one of them last night because we have talked about what Larry Nance is going to give you offensively, and he did it again yesterday, and what he's going to give you energy-wise defensively. Where he is going to struggle is against elite big people. Not undersized fives, but true 7-footers or close to it like Jokic is. And
yes.
Jokic was giving him work in the second half that put the Nuggets back in the game.
But thank goodness that there's no championship team that has that type of player.
Exactly
Jokic,
right.
Also, Jokic was looking for some revenge because he got benched in the game before against Dallas.
Didn't play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so he came out and he took it out on Nance. But that is a good point as far as, yes, the pluses of Larry Nance. But when you start getting to it, this is what kept Denver in the game. And that's why LeBron had to have the heroics that he did have.
No one will doubt that when LeBron plays like this, the Cavs can beat just about anyone. I mean, he down the stretch, clutch shots, outside shots. I mean, he does it all. I guess my question would be, does he have to play like this in order for the Cavs? I mean, what are we talking about here? The East? Are we talking about going up against the Warriors? Are you talking about winning it all? Does he have to have consistent games just like this in order for this team to win?
Jenna, this is how LeBron plays in the finals. And they haven't been able to beat the Warriors. This is exactly what LeBron James, if you look at the numbers, this is what LeBron has been doing. So now, I mean, we expect to get that. Now, can LeBron, like last night against different opposition, can he do this 4 times? Because that's what he's going to have to be able to do. Like, can Cal Korver, one of those guys, hit a shot? Which in game number three if he makes that shot, then LeBron comes back with what he did last night. This is the way LeBron has played. Golden State has been that good that it wasn't good enough.
I mean, CC's absolutely right. Like, what I think we saw last night was not necessarily NBA Finals LeBron, but the reason I have not been worried about the Cavs in the East at all is what we saw last night is playoff LeBron. If you saw early in the game in the first half, 22, 4, and 6 to give his team a 12-point cushion.
Yes.
And then slowly kind of tries to get other players involved, takes the foot off the gas somewhat, and says, okay, but if you need me, I'll be ready at the end. The Nuggets, because of Jokic, as we were talking about, they draw it back close, they need him, and he closes it at the end. That's playoff LeBron. In order to beat the Warriors, listen, they have beaten the Warriors. If you look at, take last year out of it, the first 2 times they met in the finals, how did the Cavs get a 2-1 lead? LeBron was the only player on his team that was really above replacement level. Everything ran through him. He was giving you 40 a night. How did they win the final 3 2 years ago? He had 41 in back-to-back games. Then he had a 29-point triple-double in the finals and played great defense, particularly at the end. In order for the Cavs to have any shot to beat the Warriors or the Rockets, what you have to get is at least 3 transcendent LeBron performances and then 1 other game where everyone hits shots.
Wins the game.
Right. I mean, that's the only way to do it. He's the only player in the league that this would be plausible with. And this is the point that I want to make about LeBron. When people are how close is Kevin Durant? Like, what is the gap between LeBron and everyone else? You switch off LeBron with any other player in this league and put them on this Cavs team this year with everything going on with them. They are not a playoff team. They are. You put Russ on there. You put Steph on there. You put KD on there. They are fighting for the 8th spot, as opposed to being a team that I think we all believe will be in the NBA Finals.
And that's the reason why he should be the most valuable player then. When you take a guy off your team and you can't win without, that's why they came up with MVP.
The NBA doesn't quite award it like that.
They give away an MVP, but it really doesn't mean most valuable.
It's like
correct. If it did,
best
that
year
would be that.
for a really good team.
But they just can't acronymize them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
right.
I mean? Exactly how I said it. Coming up, let's talk some football. Why are the Seahawks blowing up that roster? That's what it seems like they're doing. We'll talk about that next on First Things First.